So regarding the dashboard exercise, which is a purple exercise, very high level for the Excel for Engineers course, the question is as follows. This is a graphic of the kind of dashboard we want. All right, here's a graphic. All right, jumping around a bit. Let's see. And the questions are on the right hand side. Populate the light blue text boxes with the relevant data. Well, in this case it won't be light blue, it'll be grey because they've got to do the dashboard on this one. Place icons, your choice, on the left hand side of the bubble. Create a slicer on analysis sheet based on pivot and cut and paste here. So the slicer, let's just go to the left. There's the slicer. Alright, remember it is based on this data, which is right here, based on that data over there. Good. Then thirdly, what they need to do is create a pivot based on the data sheet, not based on the analysis sheet, because this will stay and not change with the slicer, will stay the same. Add conditional formatting bars, then create the following charts analysis sheet. All right, and cut and paste. So when you create these charts in the analysis sheet, which still has to be created, you would then cut and paste them here and they would work with the slicer. This won't work with a slicer, these will work with a slicer. All right, and these are KPIs right at the top here. All right, KPIs, lead times, reorder level, stock level, deficit. There are problems here, look at the alignment, etc., that we expect to be fully addressed over here. All right, so the first thing we've got to do is we've got to add a sheet, and let's add the sheet which we will call, all right, we will call analysis. Okay, so analysis sheet there. That's the first thing you've got to do. All right, and your analysis sheet is going to have a pivot table based on, and why don't we just move this data sheet all the way across so that we can actually work closely with it. So there's the data sheet over there. All right, and we're just going to insert a pivot table. So we're going to insert a pivot table, and it doesn't have to be terribly elaborate. Okay, we're going to put the pivot table there. All right, and over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say warehouse, which is going to be the province, and I'm going to say order date, stock level, lead time, days, category, product name. All right, there is no cost. So units ordered. Let's do that. Units ordered over there. And immediately what I can do is I can create a chart. And the chart, I mean the map. The map is going to be created there. Okay, so there's the mistake. And of course, what you've got to do is copy this and you've got to paste the values. There we go. That's how we have to trick Microsoft Excel, and we go to maps over here, and there we go. So the map is going to populate soon. There we go, and then we click on the inside and we right click select data and we trick it by going back there. All right, that's how you've got to trick Excel. Good, we can get rid of those two columns now as well. All right, so there's the map. We can of course also add the data labels to the map. Okay, there they are. So I'm going to Control X, get rid of the map. Let's go to dashboard 2, and I'm going to Control V. There we go. So there's the map. All right, if we want to change the look of the map, we can change it to that. We're going to add the data labels back in because they get taken out. Okay, there they are. Let's add them back in, and there's the map. So there's the one object. Now remember, this is running off the analysis table. Then secondly, we go to the analysis table and we copy and we paste there. And what we do now is we say, okay, what other dashboard did we want? Let's go and have a look here. We wanted the sum of units ordered, sum of units, I think. All right, in reorder level 1. Okay, so sum of units ordered and reorder as a stacked chart. Okay, then we got the stock level over there, so we want that chart. All right, firstly let's do the slicer. So based on this, we're going to insert a slicer, and we'll make the slicer the supplier in this case. Oh no, the category. Let's go category rather. Okay, here's the category: plumbing, etc., roofing, etc. Control X, we go back to our dashboard and we put the slicer there. Now that slicer should work with a chart, which of course it does, okay, because it's connected via the, we can do the formatting later, but connected via the analysis sheet. Let's go back to the analysis sheet and let's change this pivot table. We're going to take warehouse out here. We're going to put, all right, what was the original? So it's sum of units ordered and sum, okay, there's the date. So we have a date hierarchy there. All right, good. Let's go here to analysis. And we're going to firstly do the order date here. It should create a hierarchy. Yes, we don't need the order date. We actually just need the months and the days. Right, so February, we can take the days out as well. So we've just got the months there. All right, February, March, April. Okay, so what we can do there is insert our pivot chart, should I say. And we're going to go to stacked. And we're going to add to this the sum of units ordered and the reorder level. Let's go reorder level. There we go. So we've got a stacked chart. Let's change the design of the chart. The design over here, we'll go to that design. Control X, and we go back to the dashboard. You get the idea now. Control V.